You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Johnson now, throwing to start the drive. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Johnson, and that's complete to McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Johnson going to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Back to throw. Johnson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Joey Bosa in on the stop. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys...
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On first down, Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Johnson on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Johnson now from the gun on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Third and long for Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Johnson throwing on first down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Johnson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Johnson on 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Johnson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you as always.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
45-20. Mike, 45. Double. Can I go 5-0 here? Back. Slam. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Pretty move. Always got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a run with Edwards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fitzpatrick, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Mike, I got you, Pop.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he finds Howard complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield now. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's caught by Howard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking to...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mayfield looks to throw, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the quarterback, there in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish,